Welcome to the special magistrate hearing for January 11, 2022. If you wish to speak today, please raise your right hand and stand. Is she going to be speaking? You have to stand. Or raise your right hand. Is she going to be speaking today? Do you swear and affirm to speak the truth at today's hearing? Thank you. Please silence all electronic devices.
The first case is on page 30. Inspector Christina Caserta, case number CE 2102-0954, case address 2886 Northeast 26th Place, owner U.S. National Association, Select Portofino Servicing, Inc. First heard 10/12/21 to comply by 10/19/21, 10/22/21, 11/16/21, and 12/14/21. Two sections are not complied at $100 a day, and three sections are not complied at $50 a day, with a total of $20,850 accrue. The city requests the full amount, and fines continue to accrue.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Christina Caserta, Co-Compliance Officer on behalf of the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case number CE 21020954 for the property located at 2886 Northeast 26th Place in Fort Lauderdale. This case first became before the special magistrate on October 12, 2021, where evidence was presented and Special Magistrate Purdy found in favor of the city. And since the last hearing, there has been communication with the owner's representatives, Greenfield Law Group. During the conversations, we discussed the status of the violations, the bank's court case with the previous owner, and the case proceeding to today's hearing. As of my pre-hearing inspection on January 9th, 2022, the following violations remain not in compliance. Section 18-11A, Section 8-91C, Section 9-280G, and Section 9-305B, and Section 18-12A. The violations were first cited on February 26, 2021, and a total of 19 inspections were made on the property. The city has also been depositing mosquito dunks into the pool to reduce the mosquito breeding. This property continues to deteriorate as no progress has been made. It is the position of the city that fines be imposed as read, which continue to accrue daily.
All right. You'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Thank you, Magistrate. My name is Kenneth Rennick. I'm an attorney. I'm representing, for the purpose of the hearing today, U.S. Bank. I need to indicate on behalf of my client, these non-compliances have not in any way, shape, or form been willful. The property was acquired by my client not until April 1 of 2021 as a result of a foreclosure proceeding that frankly went on and on and on, as a result of the skill of the defendant residents, the COVID situation, the abatement of the foreclosure proceedings by federal court order, and it wasn't until April that they acquired the title to the property by a certificate of title, which is recorded. I spoke with the compliance officer about this matter, and I pointed out, as on January 26th of this year, there is a hearing in front of the circuit judge who is handling this foreclosure proceeding, in which to get a writ of possession. The defendant has very skillfully And I'm just trying to make some sense out of the delay in this case, but the defendant allegedly claimed that he had COVID. I have, which I've provided to the enforcement officer, if you would care to review, may I approach or?
All right, motion to delay eviction.
The magistrate is the most recent motion to stay the proceeding in the eviction by Mr. Phillips. Mr. Phillips is very, very skilled at what he does. He maintains, he's an 80-year-old gentleman who has COVID symptoms. In any event, in light of this, there has been repeated attempts to delay these proceedings. The bank cannot gain access to the property until there's a writ of possession. They have the people in place. I've reviewed various correspondences that say they can't break and enter until a writ of possession is duly entered by the circuit court. The liability would be astronomical if they did that. What I'm asking your magistrate to do is to grant a 60-day to 90-day further delay. And I understand, I say that very hesitantly, but I have no clue what the circuit judge is going to do. That hearing in front of the circuit judge is on January 26th. I pointed out to your compliance officer the Broward County Circuit Court docket reflecting that notice. If the magistrate wishes to see it, I have a copy of that notice entered by the court setting this hearing. It's a court-entered order. It's going to be a Zoom hearing. Still pending is the former property owner's motion for continuance, but we need 60 or 90 days because assuming the court's going to give Mr. Brown 10 days to vacate, gosh knows what the property is going to be like inside in order to do these repairs. So I'm asking for a 60 to 90-day continuance, and I understand these fines are accruing, but these have not been willful, and frankly, Mr. Brown had utilized the system as a shield, and it has not permitted the process to go forward as a result of the various circumstances that I outlined. So based upon that, Your Honor, that's what we're asking to do. And I also have, if you want to review it, the recorded title, which wasn't filed until I spoke before, till March 1 of 2021. And the bank has found itself in a position of trying to display some humanity to Mr. Brown, but on the other hand, every time there's an extension, he's lapsed and he hasn't cooperated. So this is not a willful noncompliance, and the property will be tended to immediately once they get him out. That's all I have.
All right, I see.
Yeah. Good morning, Special Magistrate.
Ms. Bass.
Supervisor Bass on behalf of the city of Fort Lauderdale. With all of the information that the attorney has presented, the city is not opposed to a 63-day stay of fine, but we would like an order to reappear, being that the condition that the property is in. So we want to make sure that there's forward progress being made and that the tenants are being removed so the property can be brought into compliance.
Okay, Ms. Montoya.
Thank you, Your Honor. Rana Montoya Hassan with the City Attorney's Office. In light of what the supervisor said, I may retract my comments. My comments were going to be to impose the fine because at the end of the day, the bank took possession. The certificate of title, not possession, but the certificate of title was issued in February of last year. This is a property that you may be familiar with, and I agree. The former property owner has used all sorts of systems to his advantage, but the bank, with all of its resources, unlike normal folks, could easily bring forward the violation into circuit court to impress upon the circuit court the importance of curing these violations, all of which are exterior to the property. But in light of Supervisor Bass's kind suggestion to allow additional time, I'd be supportive of that.
I'm sorry.
But the bank needs to be a little bit more diligent in moving it along.
So Rhonda, I agree with you with everything you said. I just, I was under the impression that they didn't have access to get on the property, that it
They
was
don't.
something
Yeah,
prevent.
no, and they don't, and counsel is correct, but the bank can also bring forward violations to circuit court to ask for a right of access, and again, these are all exterior violations that need to be addressed.
I appreciate that comment, and I have no clue, nor does anybody in this room, what the circuit judge will do. I'm sure if you review the docket, you'll see how Mr. Brown has played the system. What the judge will do, I'd like to make one correction if I could. The title wasn't entered until March 1. I have a copy here to show you if you'd like. It wasn't recorded until March 1.
Okay, all right.
So,
All right. I'm going to grant a 63-day extension. I'm really concerned about violation 18-11A. You've got a green pool out there, and which is a definite health and safety issue. But I'm going to go ahead and grant a 63-day extension and stay the fines as of this date.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
But this needs to be cleaned up. I mean,
Nobody
you still
can
have
agree
rights
more.
as the owner, whether the occupant likes it or not, so.
Yeah, the bank is well aware of it because it's
Especially
obviously affecting
the
their market position.
health and safety issues need to be promptly addressed.
Your Honor, I also just want to make a correction. I said a 63-day with an order to reappear. We don't have a reappearance on that date, so it would just be a 63-day continuance and a stay of fine, and after that 63 days, we will ask for the imposition of fines.
The fine will be abated, however, from today to the 63rd day. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct, yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much for your consideration.
Lastly, I'd like to make sure that we would introduce the case file and photos subsequent to the last hearing into evidence. Thank you, Your Honor.
No objection.
The next case is on page 43. Senior Inspector Gail Williams,
2-3.
page 43. Case number is CE 2107-1122. Case address 911 Southwest 11th Ave, Unit 1 through 2. Owner Knobs Marina, Inc. First heard 10/28/21 to comply by 12/2/21. 5 sections are not complied at $50 a day. 1 section is complied at $50 a day with a total of $11,550 accrued. The city requests the full amount and fines continue to accrue.
Good morning, Your Honor. Senior Inspector Gail Williams for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 2107-1122, address 911 Southwest 11th Ave, Unit 1 and 2. This case was first heard and presented to Special Magistrate on October 28th, 2021 by previous Inspector Michael Jordan. On July 30th, 2021, the following violations were cited: 15-28, not complied; 47-21.15D, point, not complied; 47-34.4.B, point 2, point B, not complied; 47-34.1.8.1, not complied; and 9-305, parentheses B, not complied. 9-280H1 has complied as of 1/3/2022. The city would like to add, at the hearing on October 28th, 2021, Mr. Bond was present via Zoom, but there was audible problems and was not heard to make his statement. After review with Supervisor Reginald White, the city would like to grant a 91-day extension to come in compliance with the violations that are not complied and a stay of fines.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name.
Jordan Bund.
All right, did you understand what the lady said?
Yes, I did.
All right, these have been going on for a long time. But I'm going to follow the city's recommendation and grant a 91-day extension till April the 12th, 2022, and stay the fines as of this date. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next case is on page 28. Inspector Todd Belbach with Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero presenting. Case number is CE 2103-0224.
Okay,
Case address is 3824 Southwest 14th Street, Units 1 through 2. Owner Janice H. Little Living Revocable Trust with Janice H. Little as trustee. This was first heard 5/27/21 to comply by 8/26/21. There was one suspension noted on the agenda. 2 sections are complied at $50 a day with a total of $4,600 accrued, and the city requests the full amount.
Good morning, Your Honor. Senior Inspector Quintero, Senior, number 269, on behalf of the city. I'm presenting case number CE 2103-0224 for the address located at 3824 Southwest 14th Street, 1-2. This case first comes to a special magistrate on 5/27/2021, where evidence was presented by Inspector Belbach, number 308, and the special magistrate found for the city. These violations were cited on 3/5/2021. They were conversations with the property owner. During this conversation, the status of the violation and corrective action was discussed. The case is in compliance and is the position that the fines being imposed are read.
Okay. All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name.
Of course, thank you. My name is Robert Warman. I'm an attorney, and I'm representing the property owner, Janice Little. Your Honor, I'm an attorney that helps Ms. Little with various things here and there. She's elderly, and right now she's sickly. She doesn't drive, and she doesn't really do anything of a sort by herself. I don't know the conversation she had with Inspector Belbach at the time. I didn't get involved until October, when there was a hearing on October 12th, and I appeared before you via Zoom, and I got a 63-day extension. And I personally worked very diligently to find somebody to help Ms. Little, to get somebody to put the property into compliance, and it is now into compliance since I got involved. And to be honest with you, this is a lady, I don't think she willfully didn't try to comply. She had the various people in her circle, handymen and what have you, put down grass seed and do some cosmetic things, that none of it really was enough. She never really took the bull by the horns. She's, as I said, it's not like she can get in her car and drive and see and do and hire. And it was also confusing as to what was really required just to put it into compliance. Was it something like, well, can they just resod everything? And if everything is resodded properly, would that put in compliance? Well, the answer was yes. But for months, she was under the impression she needed to dig up a slab and hire a contractor to do a full-blown repaving of the area. And the quotes she were getting was thousands and thousands of dollars. In the meantime, in the interim, she gets hospitalized. She has 2 nurses in her care right now that come to see her in their house. And, this is really, I have no legal argument here to make for the mitigation of the fines. I can only fall on the mercy of the special magistrate and the city and say this lady tried her best. When push came to shove and she got me involved and I was able to find somebody to put her in compliance to do the work, she's in compliance, and here we are. The violations aren't of the most major magnitude. They're cured. $4,600 is a lot of money for this lady. And if the special magistrate would see it to reduce this, I don't want the city to lose any money, but whatever cost the city has incurred, for administration and otherwise should certainly still be imposed, but all the remaining fine, I would ask respectfully, be mitigated.
All right.
Your Honor, the administration costs are 663. 663.
658,
663.
663. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes.
If we can vote on before you, make a judgment, if you, please.
Okay.
No, I'm not going for the administration cost. I'm just telling the administration cost what. Hey, you wanna go for the full amount? Your Honor, this is a rental property, so the administration cost is $663, 663, but we can go for 50% off if you want.
Half, one half, Your Honor, one half, $2,300 is the city's request, Your Honor.
All right. Right. Okay, I'm inclined to go ahead and just impose administrative costs, $663.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
How much time to pay?
thank you.
Is there going to be something in writing with time
Get
to pay?
a written order.
Written order?
It'll be sent to the address.
Okay, thank you. Is it possible that I can get a copy to my address as well? Okay, thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
The next case is on page 25. Inspector Pat Gavin. Case number is CE 211-00770. Property address 2517 Southwest 8th Street. Owner Johnny C. Solomon Jr. Posted at City Hall 12/27/21 and certified mail 12/24/21.
Good morning, Your Honor. Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Enforcement, presenting case CE 211-00770 for property located at 2517 Southwest 8th Street. This property was first inspected on October 26, 2021, and given time to correct for the following violations. 9-304B, there are vehicles parked on the grass lawn area. 47-21.9.K has been complied. 47-34.4.B.1 has been complied. This case was initially inspected on October 26th and given 10 days to comply. The city is requesting compliance within 7 days or a fine of $100 per day thereafter. I would like to submit my case file and photos to the court.
Okay, the only remaining violation is 9-304B.
That's correct.
All right. Okay, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name.
Morning, Your Honor. My name is Johnny Solomon, Solomon.
Okay. Anything you want to add to what this gentleman said?
Well, actually, I thought I had took care of everything, to be honest with you. But I didn't understand when you got two driveways, you need a permit to park his truck there because my tenant parked his lawn truck on that side. And it's gravel on that side, but I understand that I need a permit for him to park on that side. I mean, for a double driveway, excuse me.
Okay. All right. For the record, I'm going to find the violation 9-304B does exist. 7 days to comply or $100 per day thereafter. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is on page 45. Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero.
I got it. Yeah.
Case number CE 2109-0010. case address 718 Northwest 15th Terrace. Owner as Andres Chavarro. First heard 10/28/21 to comply by 12/2/21. 3 sections are not complied at $50 a day, with a total of $6,000 accrued. Fines continue to accrue, and this is a request for extension.
Senior Inspector Quintero, Senior, number 269, on behalf of the city, case address number 718 Northwest 15 Terrace. This case first came to a special magistrate on 10/28/2021, where evidence was presented and the special magistrate Flynn found for the city. These violations were first cited on 9/1/2021. There were conversations by phone with the property owner. During this conversation, the status of the violation and corrective action was discussed. The case is not in compliance, and I want to hear what the owner has to say.
Hi, good morning. My name is Andres Chavarro. I'm the owner of the house. And I would like to have some extension because I did have some problem with my tenant. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to cooperate for doing the things. He has trucks, and it was really a nightmare. And I would like to ask 35 days so I can get everything compliant.
Okay. You get all this cleared up in 35 days?
Yes, yes, sir.
Not opposition from the citizen.
Okay. I'm going to grant a 35-day extension to February 15th, 2022.
All right. Thank you.
And stay the fines as of this date.
All right, thanks.
Our next case is on page 34. Inspector Gustavo Caracas, case number CE 2104-0583, case address 1010 Northwest 48th Street.
Got it. I got it.
Owner Wesley and Venice St. Brew. First heard 7/29/21 to comply by 9/2/21. One suspension is noted on the agenda. One section is complied at $25 a day, with a total of $2,175 accrue, and the city requests the full amount.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Caracas for the City of Fort Lauderdale, case number E2104-0583, located at 1010 Northwest 48th Street. This case first came before Special Master on July 29, 2021, where evidence was presented and magistrate found for the city. These violations were first cited on April 4th of 2021, and a total of 14 re-inspections were made to the property. There were conversations in person with the property owner. During these conversations, the status of the violations and corrective actions were discussed. I'm happy to say that we do have compliance, sir. It is the position of the city that fines be imposed as read, but we would like to point out that the administrative costs have been incurred by the city for $893, sir. 893.
893. Okay. All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name.
Wesley St. Brooks.
All right. Anything you'd like to add?
Only one thing I want to add, but this thing happened. It's not my fault. I had this thing because I had a contractor. He had to remodel my house. He had put so many stuff in the house. So what now is like abandoned their job, and that's like you have a violation. But I just try to do so before this thing happened. And for the time, my wife is disabled. She hit by a stroke, and for this time, I had my family is passed away. I'm out of town for like 2 months. And that's it, but I try to do so and to put a correction, and then that's it for now.
All right. Anything further? Okay.
We'd just like to, the city's requesting the 893 of administrative costs.
Okay, I'm going to impose administrative cost $893. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
but and then this thing, but I lost my job almost for 7 years. I don't even know employment. It's my wife is disabled. I don't know how you can help me about this one.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. I'm going to stand by my ruling.
All right, thank you. That's it.
That's it.
Our next case is on page 35. Inspector Gustavo Caracas. Case number is CE 20110140. Property address 1229 Miami Road. Owner Pat 2 Investments LLC in care of Upside Down Management LLC. It's first heard 4/29/21 to comply by 6/24/21. There's one suspension noted on the agenda. 2 sections are not complied at $50 a day, and 2 sections are complied at $50 a day, with a total of $14,000 accrued. The city requests the full amount and fines continue to accrue. This is a request for extension.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Caracas for the City of Fort Lauderdale, case number CE 20110140, located at 1229 Miami Road. This case first came before Special Master on April 29 of 2021, where the evidence was presented and magistrate found for the city. These violations were first cited on November 4th of 2020. There is no compliance, as you can see on the pictures depicted here today, sir. And we actually have the property manager with us today to ask for an extension of time, sir.
All right, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name.
Good morning. My name is Angie Espinoza with Upside Management.
All right, what would you like to add and how long are you requesting?
I would request an additional 60 days. Right now, the permit is in review with the city. As soon as we get the permit approved, then we're going to go ahead and comply with the rest of the parking lot.
Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Your Honor, I have confirmed this morning that there is a permit on file for the driveway. Basically, and I spoke to Ms. Angie just a couple of minutes ago saying that the contractor has some notes to be corrected in the permit itself.
All right, so what's a reasonable amount of time for an extension?
Your Honor, I'm not opposed to any time that Ms. Angie is actually requesting. She's asking 2 months, 60 days. 56 days will be the next available one. And again, we have confirmation that there is a permit on file. 56 days.
Okay, I'm sorry, how many days are you requesting?
We're okay with 56 days.
I'm sorry, say again.
We are okay with the 56 days.
How many days? I'm sorry.
This is fine.
56 days, okay. Okay, ma'am, I'm going to grant your request for a 56-day extension and stay the fines as of this date.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
The next case is on page 41. Senior Inspector Gail Williams. Case number is CE 2108-0561. Case address 1792 Northeast 20th Street. Owner Barbara G. Curley. First cited 9/13/21 to comply by 9/28/21. One section is complied at $200 a day with a total of $600 accrued. The city requests the full amount and no appeal was received. This is a citation.
Okay.
Gail?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
1 second, Gail. I just wanted to also say this is service by appearance. Continue. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right. Senior Inspector Gail Williams for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 21080561, address 1792 Northeast 20th Street. This property was being utilized as a vacation rental without the required certificate of compliance from the city. On September 13, 2021, the property was advertised for rent as depicted in the photos. The property was given 15 days to comply or 15 days to appeal. The following violation, 15-272A, was cited and a citation was issued. The case complied on October 2nd, 2021. No appeal was filed. The city is requesting full amount to be imposed.
All right, ma'am, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name.
Yes, Barbara Curley.
All right, right, what would you like to add?
Okay, I was out of the country the whole month of September, which I did actually relay via email to the department. So I actually did not get the notification until the 1st of October. Once I saw the notification, I took it down the next day, which is what you have in your records. So I'm asking because I was not here and I have proof that I was out of the country. I was visiting my mother in England, that I was not able to comply because I wasn't here. As soon as I saw the citation, I did go ahead and move forward and take it down.
Okay, this is a citation case. No appeal was filed.
Well, I didn't know I had no idea. I've been corresponding via email for several times, keep asking. His name is Antonio Wood. Can you please tell me what's going on? Can you please tell me what I have to do? But he's not responding as in any directive information to me. So here I am, my first opportunity to speak with someone. I've asked him to call me, I've called him, but there's a lot of correspondence which you can actually see, because I was just very confused by the whole process and really still am a little bit, to be honest. So if I didn't know there was an appeal, I didn't even know how to do that.
All right, ma'am. Unfortunately, I am bound by the terms of the ordinance, and the ordinance says if the a citation is issued and the appeal is not taken, the violation is admitted, and as a magistrate, I have no option other than to impose the fine of $600.
And you not, I mean, what should I have done?
Well, I
don't understand what the appeal process
I
is.
understand, but I still am bound by following the ordinance.
Would you consider making the fine a little bit less? I mean, again, I can prove I was out of the country.
Under the ordinance, I don't have the authority to do that.
So if you're not here, it doesn't matter.
Okay, all right, so
Ma'am, if I may, Your Honor. Ma'am, you can apply for a lien reduction for the citation. The ordinance just does not allow the magistrate to reduce the citation at this hearing. If you see one of the ladies up front, they can tell you how to apply for a lien reduction.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
The next case is on page 29. Inspector Malika Murray. Case number is CE 2006-0004. Case address 3621 North Ocean Boulevard. Owner 3621 North Ocean Boulevard LLC. First heard 5/27/21 to comply by 7/1/21. One suspension is noted on the agenda. One section is not complied at $100 a day, with a total of $15,800 accrued. The city requests the full amount and fines continue to accrue.
Inspector Murray, number 302 for the city of Fort Lauderdale. Yes, the case number is CE 2006004 for the address 3621 North Ocean Boulevard. I observed during the pre-hearing inspection that occurred yesterday, January the 10th, 2022, that the only violation that remains is for the parking area, which has cracks, breaks, and potholes still remaining in it. The city has been in contact with Ms. Maria in regards to that, and she'd like to actually speak with you in regards to why the violations still exist.
Okay, ma'am, if you'll speak right into the microphone, keep your voice up, and state your name.
My name is Maria Alberti, and I'm the general manager of the property. As of October of last year, the property was sold to new owners. The new owners did pay to repave the parking lot, but the people did a very bad job. So we have a new permit, and it's in the system. I sent the email to the special magistrate email this morning. You should have the permit number in that email as well. And then we are going to be able to take care of it. The new owners are aware of the violation, and they've done everything that they can in order to take care of it. We've just been getting quotes, and we finally have a permit. So we're waiting for the city to release the permit.
All right, so
Yeah, if you can see in the pictures, what they did was they just put new asphalt over it. They didn't dig anything. I don't know what they did.
so the new owners have applied for a permit?
That is correct. That is correct, Special Magistrate.
All right. Do you know if the new owners, or has anybody entered into a contract to do these repairs?
They are the ones that did it. The Phoenix Engineering is the one that applied for the permit. And we have a contract with them as well.
Okay, well, at least things are moving, but you've been out of compliance for 158 days, and you got quite a substantial fine there. Let's see what we got. Is this an apartment?
No, it's a hotel. A hotel?
Hotel, okay. Okay, ma'am, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grant a 91-day extension with a mandatory reappearance on April the 12th, 2022.
Okay.
And stay the fines as of this date.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
See if we
thank
can
you
get
very
this
much.
taken care of. You got the others taken care of? Let's do
Yeah,
it.
they're taking care of it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
The next case is on page 38. Inspector Patrice Jolly. Case number CE 211-00739. Address 924 Northeast 14th Place. Owner Estracios Papachristolopoulos and Denise Papachristopoulos. First cited 10/23/21 to comply by 11/7/21. One section not complied at $200 a day, with a total of $1,400 accrued. The city requests the full amount. The appeal deadline was 11/7/21, and no appeal was received. This is a citation.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey, good morning.
Inspector Patrice Jolly for the city of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 211-00739 for the property located at 924 Northeast 14th Place. This property was first cited on October 23rd, 2021, and given 15 days to correct the following violation. 15-272.A. This property is being utilized as a vacation rental without the required certificate of compliance from the city. No appeal was submitted. The violation remained until compliance was met. The city is requesting the full imposition of fines.
Okay, so it's now in compliance. Okay, sir, if you'll speak right to the microphone and state your name, please.
Yes, my name is Avstradios Papakostopoulos.
All right. I'm going to give you the opportunity to speak your piece, but this is a citation case with no appeal filed. So go ahead, whatever you'd like to add.
Yeah, I understand. We just ask. This is a small business my wife is running, and she didn't get a chance to do all the proper paperwork, but we did follow everything that the city required in order to get all the required permits done. She had the kids that she has to drop off at school, pick up, and I understand we didn't follow the proper protocol. We just asked, since it's our first citation, for some grace and a reduced rate to help us out.
All right, sir, again, this is a citation case. A citation was issued and advised you of the opportunity to appeal. Failing the appeal, the violation is admitted. And under the ordinance, I have no option other than to impose the fine of $1,400. You do have an opportunity, if you wish to speak to someone here about a reduction of that amount through a separate procedure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
The next case is on page 33. Senior Inspector Manny Garcia with Supervisor Reginald Wright presenting. Case number is CE 2012-1071. Case address 1549 Southwest 30th Terrace. Owner Federal National Mortgage Association in care of Ditech Financial LLC. First heard 4/13/21 to comply by 9/30/21. There are 2 suspensions noted on the agenda. 4 sections not complied at $100 a day with a total of $58,000 accrued. The city requests the full amount and fines continue to accrue. This is an order to reappear.
Good morning, Reggie White, Co-Compliance Supervisor for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting the case for Senior Inspector Garcia. The case was first heard April 13, 2021, where the magistrate found for the city. A Massey hearing was scheduled on August 10, 2021. The magistrate ordered to reappear for November 9th hearing, which a 63-day extension was granted. A reinspection was conducted on January the 7th, 2021 by Senior Inspector Manny Garcia and found that the property remains in violation as the pictures depict. Due to the facts presented today, the city requests to move forward with the imposition of fines in the sum of $58,000. The case has been open since December 30th, 2020, which is over a year. And as of this day, the property is still in violation.
City's request is to impose the fines and they continue to accrue?
Correct.
All right. All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone, keep your voice up.
Good morning, Your Honor. Pratik Patel for the owner of the property. Your Honor, the issue here is that the writ of possession was just issued on January 6, 2022. My client has been unable to go into the property to fix those violations. So our situation has been that we have that writ of possession has now been issued. It's being served. We would like to have the tenants out of the property immediately. It does have a 24-hour notice provision. And as soon as that's done, we're going to move forward with working on the property, Your Honor. So we do request at least a 30-day extension.
In 30 days, are you saying all the violations will be in compliance?
Your Honor, I guess we would request at least a 60-day extension to at least start working on the violations. If we need additional time, I guess we would reach out to the code violation.
All right, because the fines are very substantial now.
Yeah.
And so under the assumption that you're gonna be in full compliance. I'm gonna grant a 35-day extension and stay the fines as of this date. That's till February 15th, 2022.
February 15th, 2022, Your Honor.
All
Got
right.
it.
let's
February
get
15th. Okay.
All of this in compliance by that date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Our next case is on page 13. Inspector Murray, case number CE 211-00594, case address 1931 Northwest 51st Street, Unit 36, owner Symphony Builders at Bellagio LLC, posted at property 121321 and posted at City Hall 122721. Also on page 14, Inspector Murray, case address CE 2108-0199, case address 1931 Northeast 51st Street, Unit 9, owner Symphony Builders at Bellagio LLC, posted at property 112321, posted at City Hall 122721. Also on page 13, Inspector Malika Murray, case number CE 2009-1224, case address 1941 Northeast 51st Street, Unit 44, owner Symphony Builders at Bellagio LLC, posted at property 112321, posted at City Hall 122721.
Inspector Murray, number 302 for the City of Fort Lauderdale, case number CE 2009-1224, located at 1941 Northeast 51st Street, specifically speaking about unit number 44. This property was first inspected on October the 12th, 2020, and the following violations were observed. 47-19.4.D8 for the wooden dumpster enclosure being in disrepair with missing or partly deteriorated walls. The next violation was for 47-20.20.H for the parking lot being in disrepair with cracks and potholes as well as vegetation growing through it. During a pre-hearing inspection, which occurred on January the 10th, 2022, I observed that the violation 47-2020-H was the only violation to remain. The violation for the dumpster has been brought into compliance. The city has been in contact with property representation to make them aware of all of the violations, and they have, for this particular case, brought that one violation into compliance. The city is asking for 35 days to bring this remaining violation into compliance and $50 per day thereafter. We do have property representation with Ms. Tulia here who would like to actually speak with you, Special Magistrate.
Okay, ma'am, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Tulia Ramos.
All right. Anything you'd like to add to what this gentleman said?
On behalf of the parking lot, yes. I would like to have a more extension, at least at like 60 or 90 days. Right now we are working with vendors and we have proposals. So due to the fact that we had all these with the COVID and some workers, vendors, the employee was out. So we didn't have anyone to comply, to adjust.
Well, have you taken any action to bring these two into compliance?
Yes.
Tell me.
That, well, I will seek out for vendors, get quotation, and we have it on stage for approval. So we'll start to work on it.
Your Honor, the first one is in compliance, as the
First,
inspector
okay.
said.
the first
Yes.
one is
The
in
dumpster, okay. I
Yes, sir.
gathered that from the picture, okay. So the parking lot is the issue. Have you applied for a permit to do the parking lot?
We working with a vendor, pavement, asphalt company. So we waiting for them for the schedule. Once the schedule and they will come out there and then we'll take care, adjust the issue of the parking lot.
Okay. Okay, so city's recommendation is 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
That is correct, Special Magistrate.
Right. Okay, for the record, I'm going to find that violation 47-20.20.H exists, and 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter. And hang on, no, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna, okay, 35 days, $50 per day thereafter. You need to stay in touch with this gentleman. If you're making some progress and we see some results, he may be able to help you, but for right now, that's my ruling.
Okay.
Okay? Page 14.
No, below, right below. Same page.
Hmm?
The next page.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Still another one on 13. Okay.
And Special Magistrate, there are a couple of other cases that Ms. Tulia is here for. The next case will be case number CE 211-00594, located at 1931 Northeast 51st Street, unit number 36. This property was first inspected on October the 19th, 2021, and the following violations were observed. 9-276A for the air conditioner as well as oven in this unit not functioning properly. The AC was not blowing cold air, nor was the oven functioning properly. It was actually cutting on and off without being manipulated. It had to be shut off using a circuit breaker. The next violation was for 9-280B for the windows being inoperable in this unit as well as being screwed shut. During a pre-hearing inspection that occurred on January the 10th, 2022, I observed that the violation for 9-280B is the only violation that remains. That would be for the windows being in disrepair. I did observe while during that inspection with Ms. Tulia that there are portions of the windows that they have been attempting to repair, but she'd like to actually speak to that while she's here, Special Magistrate.
Yeah, the reason why those windows, like 2 windows in the bedrooms and 1 in the living room, is not repaired because we ran out of the parts. But I reached out to the vendor Stelco, and they are looking into us to get us the parts to complete those windows.
Okay, and the city's recommendation?
It would be 35 days and $50 per day thereafter.
Okay. I'm going to find the violations do exist. 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter. Page 14.
The next case would be case number Inspector Murray, number 302 for the city of Fort Lauderdale. Case number CE 210-80199, located at 1931 Northeast 51st Street, unit number 9. This for the same ownership, Symphony Builders at Bellagio LLC. This property was first inspected on October the 15th, 2021, and the following was observed. Violations for 9-280B for the windows in units 9 and 11 being inoperable and screwed shut. There was also a violation for 9-280H1 for a fence on the property along the rear being in disrepair with broken slats and or leaning portions. The next violation was for 18-12A for rubbish and debris being stored throughout the property, primarily along the front in the dumpster enclosures as well as on the back of the property. During a pre-hearing inspection that occurred on January the 10th, 2022, I observed that all of the violations remain and have not been brought into compliance. The city's recommendation is 35 days and $50 per day thereafter for violations 9-280B as well as violation 9-280H1. For the violation 18-12A, the city's recommendation is 10 days and $50 per day thereafter. And Ms. Tulia would like to actually speak to the reason why those violations haven't been brought into compliance.
Okay. All right, ma'am, again, just state your name for the record.
Tulia Ramos. We was behind also, because we didn't have any, charges of employees, what was going on. But, we are working on it now, and what I would like to have, request like, extension more than the 35 days, if I could get like 60 days.
This has been going on for a long time. I'm going to find that the violations do exist and follow the city's recommendations as to each of the 3 violations. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, before you leave, Your Honor, if I could, can we revisit the first case, CE 200-91224?
Okay.
That case, Your Honor, the address was read into the record as 1941 Northeast 51st Street, number 44.
Right.
That is incorrect. It should be 1931 Northeast 51st Street. I need to ask you, are you willing to waive renotice and coming back on a different day? Are you okay with agreeing that that is the correct address and the hearing was okay to proceed today?
No, it was okay to proceed today.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The next case is on page 10. Inspector Bernstein Sambert. Case number is CE 2104-0435. Case address 1031 Northwest 48th Street. Owner Diana Angelica Rodriguez Cardona, posted at property 112321, posted at City Hall 122721.
Good morning, Your Honor. Officer Bernstein Sambert, City of Fort Lauderdale Community Enhancement. Case number CE 2104-0435. Property address 1031 Northwest 48th Street. This property was inspected on April 16, 2021, and was cited for the following violations. 9304B, paved driveway is not being maintained. There are areas of the paved driveway that is cracked and not well graded. Code section 9305B, there are areas of the property that, there are areas on the property the landscape is not being maintained. Due to non-compliance on November 23, 2021, notice of hearing was posted on the property. A pre-hearing inspection revealed the following. A pre-hearing inspection revealed the violation stated is not in compliance. I have been in contact with the property owner. She have submitted a permit application for the driveway. Permit number BLD-RPAV-211-20053 is in process according to the building department. I would like to enter the photos as evidence that shows violation as depicted. The city is requesting 42 days to comply, or a fine of $50 per day per violation be imposed thereafter.
Okay, 28 days?
42 days.
42 days. Okay. All right, ma'am. If you'll adjust the microphone, speak right into it, and state your name, please.
Good morning. My name is Diana Rodriguez, and I bought the house back in May, but I discussed all the details with the officer. So I was not notified until November when I got home and I see the citation. I gave him a call pretty much the same week, and we discussed everything. He explained me what I have to do. I went over, I applied for the permit, and I'm working on it. So I'm hoping in 43 days I get my permit from the city so I can move forward with the fixing. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm going to, for the record, find that the violations do exist. 42 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
That's it.
The next case is on page 15. Inspector Murray, case number is CE 2106-0744, case address 2657 Northeast 34th Street, owner Angelo and Dani Patricia, posted at property 11/23/21, posted at City Hall 12/27/21. Is there a respondent for this?
Inspector Malika Murray, number 302 for the city of Fort Lauderdale. Case number is CE 2009-1224, located at 2657 Northeast 34th Street. This property was first first inspected on June the 25th, 2021, and the following violations were observed. 9-280B for deteriorated building parts with vines growing on the exterior walls. There was a violation of 24-27B for the waste containers being stored improperly along the front of the property. The next violation was 18-1 for graffiti being spray painted along the front exterior wall of the property. The next violation was 9-304B for the driveway having cracks and breaks and not well graded. The next violation was for 9-305B for dead and missing living ground cover at the property. And the last violation was for 18-11B for the swimming pool having dirty water as well as debris at the bottom of the pool. During a pre-hearing inspection, which occurred January the 10th, 2022, I observed that all of the violations have been brought into compliance except for the violation of 9-304B, which is for the driveway having cracks and breaks as well as not being well graded. The city is requesting 35 days to bring that violation into compliance and $50 thereafter. But we do have property representation who would like to actually speak as to why that one violation remains.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Yes, my name is Richard Downing, contractor for the owner.
I'm sorry?
I'm the contractor for the owner.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
Okay. I am in for a permit right now for demolition because we're tearing the house down to build a new house that I gave the permit number to Inspector Murray yesterday at the pre-inspection. I have a copy of the number, and he has a number also too for that demolition permit in process. And then he asked me to bring pictures in of the new house that we have some renderings for that are going to be going up when we tear that house down.
Okay, what's the status of the demolition permit?
It was submitted on Tuesday, I believe, of this last week. So it's in process at the present moment here.
All right, okay. Anything further from the city?
No, Special Magistrate.
Well, you already got a contract to do the demolition?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And as I
Is
say,
35 days going to be sufficient to do that?
I'm hoping so, absolutely. As soon as I get that approved.
Certainly, I'm going to go ahead and say, find the violations do exist, 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter. If you run into a time problem, stay in touch with the compliance officer and you can request an extension. I am concerned about the swimming pool, though, that get taken care of. Yeah, that is complied. Okay, good. Very good. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
The next case is on page 41. Inspector Patrice Jolly. Case number is CE 2111-0202. Case address 700 Southwest 8th Terrace, Units 1 through 2. Owner Christopher M. Senger. We will recall that case. The next case will be on page 18. Inspector Pat Gavin, case number CE 211-00682, case address 420 Florida Ave, owner Sylvia P. Salion, posted at property 122221, posted at City Hall 122721.
Good morning, Your Honor. Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Enforcement, presenting case CE 211-00682 for property located at 420 Florida Avenue. The property was first inspected on October 20th, 2021, and given time to correct for the following violations. 47-19.2.II.1, there are 2 portable storage units on this property without a permit and beyond the 14 days allowed. 9-308A, the roof is in disrepair, covered in plastic, and the plastic is torn in many places. The city is requesting compliance within 7 days for the removal of the storage units and 28 days for the repair of the roof, or a fine of $50 per day per violation thereafter. I would like to submit my case file and photos to the court.
All right, ma'am, who's going to speak? All right, if you'll adjust the microphone and speak right into it, please. State your name.
My name is Monique Salian. This is my mother, Sylvia Salian. It's her home. She's 80 years old. The storm that was Storm Etta, the tropical storm, it totally messed up my mother's house. We're doing an insurance claim. The water totally came inside. So far, we did the drywall already. All the tiles lifted and buckled, so we had to replace the tile. That's done. The roof, we're going back and forth with the insurance. I spoke to Mr. Gavin already, and I told him that we're going to court. I got a lawyer for my mom, Shatler Law. They're going to court on the 25th of this month because they only gave her $50,000, and the home is going to cost about $100,000 to be fixed. She doesn't have that money, or else we would have done the roof ourselves. They cannot do the ceiling because there's mold all in the ceiling. So he cannot fix the ceiling until the roof is repaired. And this is what's holding it up. So hopefully by the 25th of this month, the insurance will come to an agreement for more funds so the house could be fixed.
I have a recommendation, Your Honor, if I may.
I'm sorry?
Portia Williams, Assistant Director for the Department of Not Sustainable Development Services. Development Services. There we go, Your Honor. If we can please request a 91-day extension for both and to suspend the fines during that time, Your Honor.
Okay, so we want to continue the case for 91 days?
If we may, and suspend any fines. Actually, there's no fines, just the continuance for 91 days, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to grant that request, and
Thank you.
and we want a mandatory reappearance?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay, we're gonna continue this case for 91 days. It will be reheard on the April 12th, 2022 agenda, which is 91 days away. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Let's go.
The next case is on page 23, Inspector Pat Gavin. Case number is CE 211-00768. Case address 420 East Dayton Circle. Owner Suristin Galia and Filona Galiet. Posted at property 122221, posted at City Hall 122721.
Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Enforcement, presenting case CE 211-00768 for property located at 420 East Dayton Circle. This property was first inspected on October 25th, 2021, and given time to correct for the following violations. 26-129A4 is complied. 9-305B, the landscape at this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover. 9-304B is complied, and 18-4C is complied. This case was initially inspected on October 25th and given 30 days to comply. The city is requesting compliance within 30 days or a fine of $25 per day thereafter. I would like to submit my case file and photos to the court.
Okay, who's going to speak?
I am. My name is Beatrice Galliot. Mona Galliot. And according to the 4 violations that was submitted on October 25th, we took care of all of this. All of this was actually taken care of by the 5th. But there was like a miscommunication between me and my sister. I could have called on I believe I was supposed to reach out to the inspector by the 7th, on January 7th, to, I guess, so he could reappear to see that we took care of the violations. But I do have the pictures, just not printed out, but the violations are taken care of.
All right, so you're down to one violation, the landscaping.
Where did you? Well, which landscaping? Because we did replace the grass.
All right.
In the swale area in the front, you can see it in some of these pictures, that the grass is missing in the front area.
Okay.
It's taken care of.
It wasn't the last inspection I did, so we can do another inspection.
Okay.
Yeah, it needs to be re-inspected. So for the record, I'm going to find that the violation does exist. Is it 35 days to comply, $25 per day thereafter?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll come back up.
And one more thing, please. I have a van I supposed to remove and that we did. I did remove it, but the van is in the mechanic shop. But we cannot prove it until everything is clear. So can you give me 30 more days? Or
No. Well, she's saying that it's taken care of, so.
the grass and my husband's supposed to.
Okay, now, 35 days to comply, $25 per day thereafter. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The next case is on page 16. Inspector Murray, case number is CE 211-00188. Case address 1660 Northeast 56th Street, units 1 through 4. Owner Eugene Germain and Florette Germain. Posted at property 12/8/21. Posted at City Hall 12/27/21.
Inspector Malika Murray, number 302 for the city of Fort Lauderdale. Case number is CE 211-00188, located at 1660 Northeast 56th Street. This property was first inspected on October the 8th, 2021, and the following violations were observed. 9-305B for missing or dead ground cover, 18-12A for overgrowth, as well as the discarded items throughout the property, or rubbish throughout the property. The next violation was 9-280B for deteriorated decorative fencing along the front of the property. The next violation was 9-304B for the driveway having cracks and breaks in it. And the last violation was 24-27B for the waste containers being stored in an improper location along the front of the property. During a pre-hearing inspection that occurred yesterday, January the 10th, 2022, I observed that all of the violations have been brought into compliance except for one violation, which is the 9-304B for the driveway having cracks and breaks in it. We do have the property owner here who would like to actually speak with you as to the delay on that, sir.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
My name is Eugene Germain. I'm the owner of the property. we do all we can to have the property in proper situation. But the driveway, which is, I don't know exactly what to do with it. We did some work with it, but according to the inspector, it's not enough. So we have to resurface the whole thing. And that will take a long time to do because we have to get a permit and we have to hire a contractor. So I would like to see if I could get a 90 days extension just so we could have the proper company come in and do the driveway.
I'm sorry, it's the 9-304B. What's the city's recommendation?
The city's recommendation was 35 days to bring it into compliance or show that he's obtaining the permit and $50 thereafter. But we are not opposed to, if you so see to give him additional time.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to find the 9-304B does exist. 56 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you. That's it.
Thank you.
The next case is on page 14. Inspector Murray, case number CE 2111-0137, case address 2190 Northeast 55th Court. Owner Solange Bernalis, posted at property 122221, posted at City Hall 122721.
Inspector Murray, number 302 for the city of Fort Lauderdale. The case number is 2111-0137, located at 2190 Northeast 55th Street. This property was first inspected on November the 5th, 2021, and the following violation was observed, 9-308B. There's a blue tarp on the roof indicating that the roof has a leak and is in disrepair. During a pre-hearing inspection on January the 10th, 2022, I observed that the violation for that roof, having that blue tarp on it, does remain. The city has not spoken with or heard from any of the property representation and is recommending 35 days to bring the property into compliance and $50 thereafter.
I'm sorry, how many days?
35 days and $50 thereafter.
All right, ma'am, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Solange Bernalis.
All right, what would you like to add?
I would like to request a 60-day extension. This is an insurance case, and the property insurance, the citizens only gave me a certain amount of money, so I had to hire an adjuster because they only gave me like $900 to repair the roof. That's not going to repair the roof. I have estimates to prove so. So we have to fight it, and they haven't sent us the money yet. But we expect that this is going to be resolved within the next 30 days, and then I have to get the roofer to do the work and everything else. So I need at least 60 days extension to be able to bring it to compliance.
Okay, all right. Ma'am, I'm going to find the violation does exist and give you 63 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
The next case is on page 11. Inspector Bernstein Sambert, case number is CE 2107-0202, case address 2985 Northwest 68th Street. Owner Anthony Ezzo, posted at property 121521 and posted at City Hall 122721.
Good morning, Your Honor. Officer Bernstein Sambert, City of Fort Lauderdale, Community Enhancement. Case number CE 210-70202, property address 2985 Northwest 68th Street. This property was inspected on July 7th, 2021, and was cited for the following violations. 9-306, the exterior building walls have not been maintained. There are areas of the exterior wall that have stains. 47-34.1.A.1, there is prohibited outdoor storage on this property. There are items stored outdoors of the property, including motorcycles on the porch, bicycles, boxes, shutters, umbrella, and other miscellaneous items. Due to noncompliance on December 19, 2021, the notice of hearing was posted on the property. A pre-hearing inspection revealed the violation stated is not in compliance. I would like to enter the photos as evidence that shows violations as depicted. The city is requesting 21 days to comply or a fine of $50 per day per violation.
I'm sorry, how many days?
21.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Yeah, my name's Anthony Ezo,
All right,
and that's in fact my house.
all right, and you live here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I'm just kind of shocked a little bit. As you see in the photographs, the wall does need to be pressure cleaned. I did straighten up the front porch, of course, and I do have a motorcycle on the front. But that, of course, is not visible from 68th Street. I'm 100-something feet down a private driveway in a HOA. So I'm a little concerned about how to proceed forward. I mean, I'll pressure clean the wall, of course, but like I said, it can't be seen from 68th Street. I'll try to do the best I can on cleaning up the wall, I guess, and I don't know what else I can say.
All right,
But like I said, I did talk to the officer here and told him that he was on private property on a long driveway in a dead-end street in a HOA community. So I was just, like I said, that's why I'm here, because I got notified about being here.
Okay. All right, I find that each of the violations do exist, 21 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
So clean the firewall there is what the violation is? I mean, I don't see any other ones here that are valid, in my opinion. Do you?
We can meet up at the property, schedule a time, and then I'll show you what needs to be done.
Well, I'll clean the firewall, but we'll talk, I guess, afterwards.
All right.
Yeah, call me and schedule a time, and I'll meet you at the property.
Is your number here?
Yes, it should be. I'll give you my card.
All right, thank you.
The next case is on page 44. Senior Inspector Gail Williams. Case number CE 2105-09000. Case address is 1709 Southwest 5th Street. Owner Michael Tierney. First heard 9/30/21 to comply by 11/4/21. One section is complied at $50 a day with a total of $150 accrued, and the city requests the full amount. Is there a respondent for this case? On page 44, case number CE 211-00286. Case address 708 Southwest 19th Street. Owner Mariela Barcena. First cited 10/13/21 to comply by 10/27/21. One section not complied at $200 a day with a total of $15,200 accrued. The city requests the full amount. Fines continue to accrue. The appeal deadline was 10/28/21. No appeal was received. This is a citation.
Good morning, Your Honor. Senior Inspector Gail Williams for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 211-00286, address 708 Southwest 19th Street. This property was being utilized as a vacation rental without a required certificate of compliance from the city. On October 13th, 2021, the property was advertised for rent as depicted in the photos. The property was given 15 days to comply or 15 days to appeal. The following violation, 15-272A, was cited and a citation issued. The case has not complied and no appeal was filed. The city is requesting the full amount to be imposed.
All right, ma'am, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Mariela Marcena.
Okay, anything you would like to
Oh,
add?
I know there's nothing you can do right now. I just didn't know about the appealing. And the next day I got the paper, I submit everything, but it was a lot of things to do and a lot of fees, a lot of things. So it took a little bit more than those 15 days. But everything, it was done right after. And unfortunately, I just didn't know about the appealing. If not, I would have done it right away.
All right, well, here's the issue, ma'am. You were issued a citation, and the citation told you you had a right to appeal the citation. Failure to appeal the citation results in an admission of the violation, and that's stated by ordinance. It's not my ruling, it's not my discretion, and since no appeal was received, the violation is admitted, and I have no alternative under the ordinance other than to impose the fine in full. However, there is a procedure to reduce the fine, which is a separate procedure. You've already got the paperwork on that. Okay, so for the record, I'm going to impose the fine, $15,200.
I'm going to do this right away.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next case is on page 1. Senior Inspector Dorian Colloyan with Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr. presenting. Case number is CE 21110176, case address 2828 East Sunrise Boulevard. Owner Sunrise FTL Ventures LLP, posted at property 12/21/21, posted at City Hall 12/27/21.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr. on behalf of the city. Case and address as read. This property was inspected on November 4th, 2021, and the following violations were observed. 18-4C is complied. 47.20.20.E complied. 47-20.20.H. There are parking facilities that are not maintained at this property. There are cracks and uneven surfaces and striping worn and painted over sidewalk. 9-306. The exterior building walls have not been maintained. Structural parts, including fascia and soffits, are in disrepair. There are areas of the exterior that have stains and missing peeling paint. 47-19.4.D.1. Complied. A pre-hearing inspection on January 10th, 2022 shows that the violations remain as depicted on the pictures that I would like entered for the record. The city is requesting 35 days to comply or $50 a day thereafter for 9-306 and 189 days for 47-20.20H or $50 a day thereafter.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name.
Roberto Bazzi, speaking on behalf of Integra, property managers for the site.
Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, so we've dealt with the majority of the violations. We inherited the project as is, and we're not responsible for the conditions of the parking lot or the striping. After we got the citation, we had some patching on the parking lot and had a contractor go out to the site and fix the fascia of the cantina, which has been closed for over a year. Fixed the fascia, painted to match the same color of the walls. Spoke with Senior Officer Colloyan yesterday, who went out to the site as well. We had complaints that people, when they were crossing over the bridge, were throwing trash into the site. We since hired a handyman to go out there multiple times a day. And our position is that we do not want to repave the entire parking lot, given that we're going to most likely demo the building by the end of the year. We're going in front of planning and zoning by March. are in the final steps of site plan level 5. So if we could be granted an extension until we receive the building permits, or at least meet with a city official so we can point out the specific areas of the parking lot that need to be resurfaced or repaved. And that would be appreciated, as we don't want to waste money in repaving the whole thing for demoing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Senior Inspector Colloyan for this case. I just want to kind of catch you up to speed. I originally received a complaint of the adjacent property, which is also owned by the same corporation. And then while we were there, me and former Inspector Flores observed a couple of, there's a food truck there and a COVID testing site there, back behind this vacant property. And then while we were there, I also observed some boats and trailers that were derelict, parked at the property. So it was, there was a problem with that, which was addressed, like he said, and they were removed. So the issue with the exterior is that there are some areas that are broken and structurally need to be repaired, and there is just some touch-up painting that needs to be done. It's not a whole lot that needs to be done with that. That's why we requested the 35 days. And then also I do appreciate, that there will be something there later. However, it's still in the development stage. So that's kind of why I put 189 days for the parking lot. So this way it gives them time, to get to that point, and hopefully they'll be a lot further ahead, and then we can go from there.
Okay, all right. As to 9-306, I find the violation does exist, 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter. 47-20.20.H, 189 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter. Thank you, sir.
Will the jury be willing to grant an extension past was it 108?
189.
189.
189.
If we remove any public parking.
Well, if you have questions, you need to confer with the inspectors.
Gotcha. All right. Understood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The next case is on page 23. Inspector Pat Gavin, case number CE 211-00773, case address 771 Southwest 24th Ave. Owner Elizabeth Lambert and Mark Sears et al. Posted at City Hall 12/27/21 with personal service on 12/21/21.
She wanted to, excuse me, she wanted to put more coins in the meter.
Okay, we will recall that case. Okay. The next case is on page 20. Inspector Pat Gavin. Case number is CE 2109-0210. Case address 2760 Southwest 2nd Court. Owner Maxu Timothy, posted at property 12/21/21, posted at City Hall 12/27/21.
Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Enforcement, presenting case CE 2109-0210 for property located at 2760 Southwest 2nd Court. This property was first inspected on September 11th, 2021 by Inspector Jordan and given time to correct for the following violations. 9-280G, there are electrical wires and accessories not maintained in a good, safe working condition, including but not limited to wires exposed on the outside non-covered electrical meter box. 18-12A is complied. 47-34-4-B.1, there is overnight parking of multiple 9 derelict vehicles at this location. 9-304B is complied. 9-280H1 is complied. 9-305B, the landscape at this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover. 24-27B, there are waste containers left roadside overnight after collection day and not pulled back to an approved location. The city is requesting compliance within 7 days or a fine of $25 per day per violation thereafter. I would like to submit my case file and photos to the court.
7 days
Yes, sir.
or,
$25 per day per violation.
okay. Okay. All right, ma'am, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please. You need to speak right into the microphone.
Okay. My name is Paula Timothy, and I understand why I'm here. My husband passed away 2 months ago when all of this is going on. I told the inspector, he understand, he was giving me some time to fix my problem. But I'm the only one, and my kids went back to college, and I work 2 full-time jobs. When I come home at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's just like time for me to go to sleep, and I get up at 12 and go back to work again. Just give me some time to fix the problem, please. If you want to see the death certificate, I have it right here. I lost 5 people in the 2 years of COVID. My son and my husband, right here. I'm not lying.
Okay. All right.
Just help me, please.
Okay. What, ma'am? Okay, we want to put this case on recall, ma'am.
We will recall this case. We will now recall the case on page 23. Inspector Pat Gavin. Case number CE 211-00773. Case address 771 Southwest 24th Ave. Owner Elizabeth Lambert and Mark W. Sears et al. Posted at City Hall 12/27/21 with personal service on 12/21/21.
Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Enforcement, presenting case CE 211-00773 for property located at 771 Southwest 24th Avenue. The property was first inspected on October 26th, 2021, and given time to correct for the following violations. 47-34.1.A.1, there is outdoor storage on this property, including but not limited to a pile of items covered with a blue tarp, which is a non-permitted land use in RS8 zoning per ULDR Table 47-5.11. 9-305B has been complied. 9-304B, the driveway on the rear of this property is not maintained properly. There is grass growing over the driveway, and there appears to be areas where the asphalt is missing. There is a vehicle parked on the grass lawn area in the rear of this property. 18-4C, there is a derelict vehicle on the rear of this property. This case was initially inspected on October 26, 2021, and given 30 days to comply. The city is requesting compliance within 30 days or a fine of $25 per violation per day thereafter. I would like to submit my case file and photos to the court.
Okay. All right, ma'am, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Elizabeth Lambert. I spoke with the Inspector Gavin, and he informed me that we had a trailer on the property as well as a derelict car that needed to be removed. He also spoke to me about the upkeep of the lawn. All 3 things have been done with the exception of the driveway. He said that the driveway needs to be repainted, resealed, and that's the only thing that I haven't complied with as of yet. I have photos where I have the car and the trailer has been removed. I don't think you saw that yet, Pat. But I'm just asking for some more time to complete the driveway pavement area, and then all violations will be up to par with the city's compliance.
Okay, so the inspector's gonna need to come out and confirm
Okay.
and do a re-inspection. Have you hired someone to resurface the driveway?
No, I haven't yet. We concentrated on the lawn first, and we remulched, reseeded the lawn, and we got rid of the derelict car, and we got rid of all of the rubbish that was around the house that he referred to. And the driveway is the last thing that we have to take care of, sir.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is, I need to find that each violation does exist, but I'm gonna give you 56 days to comply, $25 per day thereafter.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The next case is on page 7. Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero, case number CE 2109-0170, case address 205 Southwest 21 Terrace, owner Steel Blue Land and Cattle LLC. This is a continuance from 11/9/21 and posted at City Hall 12/27/21.
Senior Inspector Quintero Senior, on behalf of the city, I'm presenting case number CE 2109-0170 for the address located at 205 Southwest 21 Terrace. I first inspected residential zone vacant lot property on 9/9/2021 following an action item complaint of 9/7/2021, and the following city code ordinance violation was found and cited. 47-19.1. This is an undeveloped parcel, vacant lot, that is being used for accessory use without a principal structure in use. The property is being used as a parking lot and a storage area for metal containers, vehicles, and other items. Posting, mailing, or legal document has been done by the Department of Protocol. The case was here on 11/9/2021, and a continuance order was ordered for the hearing. Property owners and attorney are aware of the complaint and violation and enforcement. BCPA revealed is no changes in the ownership since 7/31/2020, and the property is not homestead. A pre-hearing inspection on Thursday, 1/6/2021 of this week or last week reveals that the violation remains as depicted in the pictures. The exhibit pictures and electronic files being displayed in the monitors. The city is recommending 63 days to come into compliance or $100 a day thereafter for the violation.
I'm sorry, city's requesting,
63 days or $100 a day, Your Honor.
all right, sir, if you'll speak right to the microphone and state your name.
Yes, Your Honor. For the record, my name is Bill Riley with offices located at 3050 Biscayne Boulevard in the city of Miami. Appearing on behalf of the property owner. We've made progress since our last appearance before Your Honor. We have had meetings with the interim zoning director, his staff, as well as the assistant city attorney. And during those meetings, we've determined a path towards compliance, which includes filing a land use and a zoning application that's going to require a public hearing. We are in the process of completing those documentations for a formal submittal. We expect to have that pre-application meeting this week and a formal submittal thereafter. So we're asking for the city staff to consider and for Your Honor to consider if we can come back for a status report within 60 or 90 days to give Your Honor a briefing on how we're progressing and what our schedule looks like towards a public hearing.
All right, anything else from the city?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
And Your Honor, we're supportive of that. Mr. Riley provided an email update about the application this week, yesterday? Yeah, today's only Tuesday. Yesterday, and it will be a process, so I think it would be appropriate to have a reappearance because of the timelines with the zoning department and getting on for the public hearing.
Okay, so,
63 days, as the inspector said, with a notice to, oh. Let's see. Oh. So it's 56 days? Let's do 91 days. Your
okay.
Honor, since there is no hearing at 63 days, with a notice to appear on April 12th.
All right, I found the violation does exist, 91 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
With a mandatory reappearance, Your Honor, please.
Yes, and a mandatory reappearance on April 12th, 2022.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Attorney. Thank you, staff.
Thank you.
The next case is on page 31. Inspector Paula Delgrasso, case number CE 211-00481. Case address 738 Northeast 20th Ave, owner HG Middle River Investments LLC. First cited 10/20/21 to comply by 10/20/21. One section is complied at $150 a day with $150 accrued. The city requests the full amount. The appeal deadline was 11/3/21. No appeal was received. This is a citation.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Delgrasso for the City of Fort Lauderdale. The case and address are as read. I, as well as Senior Officer Manny Garcia, responded to a complaint alleging overnight storage of a boat in the front yard. When we arrived the morning of October 20th, we observed a man doing body work on a boat in the driveway. The owner was cited under 8-149, repair work is prohibited in RS8 zoned residential properties. Copies of the citation were posted on the front door as well as mailed to the owner. No appeal was made. Therefore, the city requests the imposition of the $150 fine for the 1 day this matter was in violation.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
My name is Michael DiCandina.
All right, this is a citation case with no appeal received, but whatever you want to add.
I don't know, it was just my boat and we were working on it. I didn't know it was going to be a problem, but I did remove it the next day. Or two.
Okay.
As soon as I could get it out of there, I took it out of there. So it was fine.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to impose the fine at $150.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Did I pay that here? Or?
Thank you.
Oh, right here?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
We will now recall the case on page 20, case number CE 2109-0210, case address 2760 Southwest 2nd Court, owner Maxu Timothy, Inspector Pat Gavin, posted at property 122121, posted at City Hall 122721.
Your Honor, we are asking to withdraw the case and rehear it in 90 days.
The city would like to withdraw the case, Your Honor, and we'll reset it in 90 days if we
All
need
right,
to, and we're going to try to assist
Set
the
it 91
homeowner.
days? April
Yes.
12th? Okay, ma'am, we're going to reset your case to April 12th, 2022.
If we need to.
So
Okay, thank you
I'm
so much.
concerned about the electrical wires as a safety issue, okay?
Yes,
We're
thank
going to
you.
reset the case till
Our
that day with
deepest
a
condolences,
mandatory
ma'am.
appearance.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
We will now take a 5-minute recess.
Okay, good.
We will now resume this morning's hearing. The next case is on page 5. Inspector Luke Budrum. Case number is CE 2104-0092. Case address 2600 Southwest 7th Street. Owner Larry James, posted at property 121521, posted at City Hall 122721.
Good morning, all. Inspector Luke Boudreaux with the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case and address is read. The property was inspected on April 3rd, 2021, and the following violations were observed. 9-280H1, the chain link fence is in disrepair in multiple locations. 9-306, the exterior of the property is not in good condition and needs to be painted. Areas of the soffits and fascia are in disrepair. 9-308A, the roof is dirty and not being maintained. The trash and rubbish on the property was addressed in a separate case. As of 1/10/2022, the violations still remain. The city is recommending a fine of $100 per day per violation with 63 days to come into compliance.
I'm sorry, how many days?
63 days.
Okay.
Luke, do you have pictures for this case?
Yeah,
We need them.
they're not, it's in the Q drive.
All right, sir, if you'll speak right into the microphone and state your name, please.
Good morning. My name is Todd Long.
Anything you'd like to add to what this gentleman said?
No, I think we're in agreement that we've talked about it. We have some permits in place. We're going to do a massive renovation to the project. And
Okay.
that's kind of why it sat in a hold pattern.
Thank you. I find that the violations do exist, 63 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
Thank you very much. My apology for my extreme tardiness.
Before we leave this case, Your Honor, we need to show you pictures just for the record so that we can admit it. If you all have them on a laptop, you can bring them to the magistrate.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's.
Sir, would you like to see the pictures?
I'm okay with it. I've been to the property. I'm aware with
Okay.
condition.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yes, and we're just stating for the record, Your Honor, that we're adding the photographs from today's hearing to this
Okay.
case file.
All right, so you want to see the pictures or not?
No, I'm okay with, I've seen the property recently.
Okay, so.
A couple days ago.
As to each violation, 63 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
Understand.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, guys.
We will now proceed to the cases with no respondents.
Okay.
The first case is on page 3. Case number CE 2105-0479. Case address 2849 Southwest 16th Street. Owner Mary Ida Lamb. Inspector Todd Belbach with Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero presenting.
Senior Inspector Quintero, Senior number 269, on behalf of the city, I'm presenting case number CE 2105-0479 for the address located at 2849 Southwest 16th Street. Area Inspector Belba first inspect this occupied residential property on 5/17/2021, following a neighbor complaint on 5/16/2021, and the following city code violation was found and cited. 47-39 point capital A point 14 point capital C point 6. There is a non-permitted gravel driver on the property and the swale. The posting mail or legal document has been done by the Department of Protocol. Property owner is aware of the co-compliance complaint, violation, and enforcement. BCPA reveal is not a changes in the ownership since 8/14/2014, and the property is homestead. A pre-hearing inspection on Thursday, 1/6/2021 of this week reveals that the violation remains as depicted in the pictures. The city is recommending 91 days to come into compliance or $25 a day thereafter.
Okay, I find the violation does exist, 91 days to comply, $25 per day thereafter.
For the record, this case was posted at property 12/6/21 and posted at City Hall 12/27/21. Also on page 3, Inspector Todd Belbach with Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero presenting case number CE 2109-0666, case address 1301 Southwest 31 Ave. Owner Naomi Raphael, posted at property 11/29/21, posted at City Hall 12/27/21.
Senior Inspector Quintero, Senior number 269, on behalf of the city, I'm presenting case number CE 2109-0666 for the address located at 1301 Southwest 31st Avenue. Area Inspector Belba first inspect this occupied residential property on 9/26/2021 during routine proactive inspections on this area, and the following city code violation was found and cited. 18-12.8. There are three large plastic bags filled with construction and landscape debris are located in the driver area. 18-1 point is in compliance. The posting mail or legal document has been done by the Department of Protocol. Property owner is aware of the complaint of the code violation, complaint, violation, and informants according with the case history. BCPA reveal is no changes in the ownership since 2/2021, and the property is not homestead. A pre-hearing inspection on Thursday, 1/6/2021 of this week reveals that the violation remains as depicted in the pictures. The city is recommending 14 days to come into compliance or $50 a day thereafter.
Okay, I'm seeing pictures from the prior case.
Pictures from the You want to see the pictures?
I'm still seeing pictures from Southwest 16th Street. We're on.
No, that's the correct pictures, Your Honor.
Oh, that is the, okay. Okay. Okay, are you
Go
fine?
back to Antonio, to the notice. Pause it for a second. This is 16th Street.
The other case, we're on 1301.
Yeah, I'm seeing pictures from Mary Idle Lamb.
So Antonio, do you have another set of pictures? The case that ends in 666?
That's those pictures.
No, he was just in 2849. That's the one right there, Antonio.
Huh?
Go into the folder there.
Yeah, that's it.
That's 2849 16th Street.
Click on those.
2849 16th Street.
We've already heard that case.
Yeah, he wants to see the pictures.
No, we're on 1301. We're on a different property.
Oh, the 1301 31st Avenue.
Correct.
That's it. There we go.
That's the property we're on now.
Oh, okay.
1301. All right, got it. I find the violation does exist, 14 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
The next case is on page 4. Inspector Luke Budrum, case number CE 2103-0824, case address 220 Southwest 21st Way. Owner Esau and Julie Dalrymple, posted at City Hall 12/15/21, posted at City Hall 12/27/21, posted at property 12/15/21.
Thank you. Inspector Lou Boudreaux with the City of Fort Lauderdale, case and address as read. The property was inspected on April 3rd, 2021, and the following violations were observed. 9-305B, the swale and front lawn is missing ground cover with bare areas. 9-304B, there are vehicles parked on the lawn, complied. 47-34.1.A.1, there's outdoor storage under the carport, complied. 47-34.4.B.1, there's a trailer with trash in the swale. That was also complied. 18-12A, there's trash in the swale throughout the lawn, it's also complied. As of 1/10/2022, violation 9-305 still exists. The city is recommending a fine of $100 per day with 35 days to come into compliance.
I find the violation does exist, 35 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
Your Honor, we need to show you photographs.
Yeah, sorry.
They are.
There we go. Okay, yeah, that's the one I saw. So 35 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
Thank you.
The next case is on page 7. Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero, case number CE 211-00894, case address 2633 Southwest 7th Street. Owner Jerry Bartlett, posted at property 12/9/21, posted at City Hall 12/27/21.
Senior Inspector Quintero Senior, on behalf of the city, I'm presenting case number CE 21100A94 for the address located at 2633 Southwest 7th Street. That's the address there? Yeah. Okay. I got 3 cases on that person. I first inspect this occupied residential property on 10/27/2021 during a department proactive project on this neighborhood area, and the following city code violations were found and cited. 9-304B, there are vehicles parked on the grass lawn area. The gravel driveway is not well graded and dust free. 9-305B, the landscaping at this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover, including the swale areas. Posting mailing or legal document has been done by the Department of Protocol. Property owner is aware of the complaint violations and enforcement. BCPA reveals is no change in the ownership since 2/16/2021, and the property is not homestead. A pre-hearing inspection on Thursday, 1/6/2021 of this week reveals that the violation remains as depicted in the picture. The exhibit pictures are in the electronic file being displayed in the monitors. The city is recommending 35 days to come into compliance or $50 a day thereafter for each violation, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, the city's recommendation is
35 days for each violation or $50 a day thereafter.
all right. I found that each violation does exist, 35 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
I want to submit the paperwork for records, Your Honor.
The next case is on page 8. Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero. Case number is CE 211-00895. Case address 2617 Southwest 7th Street. Owner Jerry Bartlett. Posted at property 12921. Posted at City Hall 122721.
Senior Inspector Quintero, Senior number 269, on behalf of the city, I'm presenting case number CE 211-0895 for the address located at 2617 Southwest 7th Street. I first inspect this occupied residential property on 10/27/2021 during a department proactive project on this neighborhood area, and the following city code violations were found and cited. 9-280B, there are building parts which are deteriorated and unmaintained, included but not limited to windows missing glossy glass. 18-1, there is a violation of this occupied property that is creating a public nuisance. It is being maintained in such a manner that the property is or made reasonable became infested and inhabited by rodents, vermin, or other wild animals, or may furnish a breeding place for mosquitoes, or threaten and endanger the public health, safety, and welfare, or may adversely affect and impair the economic welfare of adjacent properties. There are multiple not permitted unroofed materials visible from the right of way, included but not limited to appliances, glass doors. 47-34.1 capital A .1 point. There is an illegal land use occurring at this property. There is roofed non-permitted outdoor storage in the carport, including but not limited to interior furniture, buckets, and miscellaneous items which is a not permitted land use in Annex A zoning per ULDR table 47-.5.11. 9-304B, there are vehicles parking on the rear and front grass lawn area. The gravel driver is not well graded or dust free. 9-305B, the landscaping of this property is not maintaining a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover, including the swale areas. Posting, mailing, or legal document has been done by the Department of Protocol. Property owner is aware of the complaint, violations, and enforcement. BCPA record reveal is no change in the ownership since 2/16/2021, and the property is not homestead. A pre-hearing inspection on Thursday, 1/6/2022 of this week revealed that the violation remains as depicted in the pictures. The city is recommending 35 days to come into compliance or $50 a day thereafter for each violation, Your Honor.
Okay, 35 days or,
$50 a day for each violation.
all right, I found that each violation does exist, 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
I want to submit the paperwork for records, Your Honor.
The next case is on page 9. Case number CE 211-00884. Case address 2681 Southwest 7th Street. Owners Anatilde Gratru and Mahadio Singh. Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero. This is a stipulated agreement for violation number 47-19.1.c for 35 days to comply or $100 a day thereafter.
Okay. All right, I find the violation exists, 35 days to comply, $100 per day thereafter.
The next case is on page 10, case number CE 211-00886, case address 2649 Southwest 7th Street, owner Jerry Bartlett, and Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero, posted at property 12921, posted at City Hall 122721.
Senior Inspector Quintero, Senior, number 269, on behalf of the city, I'm presenting case number CE 211-00886 for the address located at 2649 Southwest 7th Street. I first inspect this occupied residential property on 10/27/2021 during a department proactive project on this neighborhood area, and the following city code violations were found and cited. 9-306, the exterior building wall has not been maintained. Structural parts, including surface over the carport, have stains and missing paint. 47-34.4.1. There is an overnight parking of commercial vehicles on the lawn at the rear yard of this location. 18-4.c. There is a derelict vehicle or trailer in the front and rear lawn on the property. 9-304b. There are vehicles, trailers parked on the grass lawn area. The gravel driveway is not well graded and or dust free. The driveway is covered with weeds. 9-305b. The landscaping of this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover, including the swale areas. Posting mail or legal document has been done by Department of Protocol. Property owner is aware of the complaint violations and enforcement. BCPA reveals is no change in the ownership since 2021, and the property is not homestead. A pre-hearing inspection on Thursday, 1/6/2021, reveals that the violations remain as depicted in the pictures. The city is recommending 35 days to come into compliance, or $50 a day thereafter for each violation, Your Honor.
Find that each violation does exist, 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you. I want to submit the paperwork for records.
The next case is on page 12, Inspector Bernstein Sambert, case number CE 2111-0336, case address 1101 Northwest 55th Street, owner John T. Butler, posted at property 121521, posted at City Hall 122721.
Officer Bernstein Sambert, City of Fort Lauderdale Community Enhancement, case number CE 2111-0336, property address 1101 Northwest 55th Street. This property was inspected for our area project on November 10th, 2021, and was cited for the following violations. 1812A, complied. 9-305B, the landscape on the swell is not being maintained. There are dead and missing grass on the swell. Due to noncompliance on December 19, 2021, notice of hearing was posted on the property. A pre-hearing inspection revealed the following violation is not in compliance. I would like to enter the photos as evidence that shows violation as depicted. The city is requesting 35 days to comply or a fine of $50 per day per violation.
I find the violation does exist, 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
The next case is also on page 12. Inspector Bernstein Sambert, case number CE 2111-0342, case address 1131 Northwest 55th Street, owner LMK Equipment LLC, posted at property 121521, posted at City Hall 122721.
Officer Bernstein, City of Fort Lauderdale Community Enhancement, case as read, property address as read. This property was inspected for area project on November 10th, 2021, and was cited for the following violations. 184C, complied. 9-305B, the landscape on the swell is not being maintained. There are dead and missing grass on the swell. Due to noncompliance on December 19, 2021, notice of hearing was posted on the property. A pre-hearing inspection revealed the violation stated is not in compliance. I would like to enter the photos as evidence that shows violation as depicted. The city is requesting 35 days to comply with a fine of $50 per day per violation.
I'm sorry, city's request is
35 days,
35 days or
$50 per day.
$50. Okay, I find the violation does exist. 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
The next case is on page 13, Inspector Bernstein Sambert, case number CE 2111-0344, case address 1000 Northwest 56th Street, owner 1000 Northwest 56th Street LLC, posted at property 121521, posted at City Hall 122721.
Officer Bernstein, City of Fort Lauderdale Community Enhancement, case number and property address as read. This property was inspected for our area project on November 10th, 2021, and was cited for the following violations. 9-305B, landscape on the swell is not being maintained. There are dead and or missing grass on the swell. Due to noncompliance on December 19, 2021, the notice of hearing was posted on the property. A pre-hearing inspection revealed the violation stated is not in compliance. I would like to enter the photos as evidence that shows the violation as depicted. The city is requesting 35 days or a fine of $50 per day per violation.
I find the violation does exist. 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
The next case is on page 16, Inspector Murray, case number is C 211-00810, case address 5881 Northeast 21 Road, owner 2018-3 IH Borrower LP, in care of Invitation Homes Tax Department, posted at property 12821, posted at City Hall 122721.
Inspector Malika Murray, number 302 for the city of Fort Lauderdale. Case number is CE 211-00810 for the address 5881 Northeast 21st Road. This property was first inspected on October the 26th, 2021, and the following violations were observed. 9-305B for having bare areas on the front lawn, as well as 9-304B for having cracks and breaks in the parking area. During a pre-hearing inspection that occurred on January the 10th, 2022, I observed that only one violation remains, which is for the cracks and breaks in the driveway. There has been new sod laid down. I have not heard any contact or had any contact with ownership to know what their intentions are. Due to non-compliance, the city is asking for 35 days to bring the property into compliance, or $50 thereafter.
I'm sorry, how many days to comply?
35.
Okay, I find that each violation does exist. 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you.
The next case is on page 18, Inspector Pat Gavin, case number CE 2109-0746, case address 2761 Southwest 2nd Street, owner 2761 Southwest 2nd Street Land Trust, Erlene Morgan trustee, posted at property 113021, posted at City Hall 122721.
Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Enforcement, presenting case CE 2109-0746 for property located at 2761 Southwest 2nd Street. This property was first inspected on September 28th, 2021, and given time to correct for the following violation. 9-305B, the landscape at this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover, particularly on the swale. The city is requesting compliance within 7 days or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Right.
I'd like to submit my case file and photos to the court.
How many days?
7 days.
7 days, okay. All right, I find the violation does exist. 7 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
The next case is on page 21, Inspector Pat Gavin, case number CE 211-00897, case address 2781 Southwest 3rd Court, owner LRE3 LLC, Amit Carrot Investments LLC, posted at property 122121, posted at City Hall 122721.
Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Enforcement, presenting case CE 211-00897 for property located at 2781 Southwest 3rd Court. This property was first inspected on October 27th, 2021, and given time to correct for the following violations. 9-304B has been complied. 9-305B, the landscape at this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover. This case was initially inspected on October 27th and given 10 days to comply. The city is requesting compliance within 35 days or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Okay,
I'd like
fine
to submit my case file and photos to the court.
To be in violation, 35 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
The next case is on page 24. Inspector Pat Gavin, case number CE 2111-0245, case address 3861 Southwest 11th Street. Owner TAH 2017-2 Borrower LLC, in care of Tricon America Homes LLC. Posted at City Hall 122721, personal service 122121.
Pat Gavin, City of Fort Lauderdale Code Enforcement, presenting case CE 2111-0245 for property located at 3861 Southwest 11th Street. This property was first inspected on November 14th, 2021, and given time to correct for the following violations. 9-305A, there is overgrowth of landscape material encroaching upon the public right-of-way. 9-304B has been complied. 47-39.A.1.B6B, there is outdoor storage in the carport and rear yard on this property, including but not limited to tables and bags, which is a non-permitted land use in RS 6.7 zoning per ULDR Table 47-39.A.11. This case was initially inspected on October 14th and given 10 days to comply. The city is requesting compliance within 7 days or a fine of $50 per violation per day thereafter.
All right, I find that each violation
Case files and photos to the court.
7 days to comply, $50 per day thereafter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The next case is on page 28. Case number CE 2105-0021, case address 540 Arizona Ave. Owner Ashira Blau. Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero, first heard 10/12/21 to comply by 11/16/21. Two sections are complied at $25 a day with a total of $2,500, and the city requests the full amount.
The city's request is granted.
The next case is on page 31. Case number CE 2005-0773, case address 412 Southeast 32nd Street, owner 3131 Southeast 6th Ave LLC, with Inspector James Fetter, with Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero presenting. This is request to vacate order imposing fine of $11/19/2020 and release lien.
The request is granted.
Next case, also on page 31, case number CE 2105-0146, case address 1304 Southwest 4 Ave, owner PhD 1304-4 LLC, Inspector James Fetter with Senior Inspector Wilson Quintero presenting. First heard 8/26/21 to comply by 9/30/21. One section is complied at $50 a day. A total of $3,850 is accrued, and the city requests the full amount.
The city's request is granted.
The next case is on page 36. Case number CE 2108-0892. Case address Sistrunk Boulevard, folio 50420404010. Owner Spectrum Management LLC. Inspector Gustavo Caracas, first heard 10/28/21 to comply by 11/4/21. One section is complied at $100 a day with a total of $1,700 accrued. The city requests $310.92.
The city's request is granted.
Also on page 36, case number CE 2108-0895, case address 619 Northwest 12 Ave, owner Spectrum Management LLC, Inspector Gustavo Caracas, first heard 10/28/21 to comply by 11/4/21. One section is complied at $100 a day with a total of $3,100 accrued. The city requests $485.92.
The city's request is granted.
This is a request to vacate order imposing fine of 12/9/21 and impose the $485.92.
The city's request is granted.
Also on page 36, case number CE 2105-0751, case address 2921 Northwest 68th Street, owner Vivian Miranda, Inspector Bernstein Sambert, first heard 10/12/21 to comply by 12/7/21. One section is complied at $25 a day with a total of $200 accrued. The city requests $100.
The city's request is granted.
The next case is on page 37. Case number CE 2103-0509. Case address 6917 Northwest 34th Ave. Owner Mary Ellen Carter Trust with Mary Ellen Carter as trustee. Inspector Bernstein Sambert. First heard 10/12/21 to comply by 11/23/21. Two sections complied at $25 a day with a total of $650 accrued, and the city requests $150.
The city's request is granted.
Also on page 37, case number CE 2109-0149, case address 910 Northwest 47th Court, owner Jason Moore, Inspector Bernstein Sambert, first heard 11/9/21 to comply by 12/7/21. Two sections not complied at $25 a day with $1,750 accrued. The city requests full amount and fines continue to accrue.
Request is granted.
The next case is on page 38, case number CE 2106-0433, case address 988 Northwest 51 Place, owner 988 Florida LP, Inspector Bernstein Sambert, first heard 11/9/21 to comply by 11/19/21. One section is complied at $50 a day with a total of $250 accrued. The city requests the full amount.
The city's request is granted.
Also on page 38, case number CE 211-00848, case address 1144 Northeast 16th Terrace, owner New Montero Homes Solutions LLC, Inspector Patrice Jolly. This was first cited 10/27/21 to comply by 11/11/21. One section is complied at $200 a day with a total of $6,600 accrued. The city requests the full amount. The appeal deadline was 11/11/21. No appeal was received. This is a citation.
The city's request is granted.
Next case is on page 39, case address CE 211-00863, case address 3090 Northeast 42nd Street, owner 3090 Northwest 42nd Street LLC, Inspector Patrice Jolly. First cited 10/30/21 to comply by 10/30/21. One section is complied at $400 a day with a total of $6,000 accrued. The city requests the full amount. The appeal deadline was 11/14/21. No appeal was received. This is a citation.
The city's request is granted.
Also on page 39, case number CE 211-00746, case address 400 Southwest 12th Street, units 1 through 2, owner J. Juan Hamarillo, Inspector Patrice Jolly, cited 11/9/21 to comply by 11/24/21. One section complied at $200 a day with $4,000 accrued. City requests the full amount. The appeal deadline was 11/24/21. No appeal was received, and this is a citation.
The city's request is granted.
The next case is on page 41, case number CE 21110202, case address 700 Southwest 8th Terrace, Units 1 through 2, owner Christopher M. Senger, Inspector Patrice Jolly. First cited 11/6/21 to comply by 11/11/21. One section is complied at $200 a day, with a total of $3,800 accrued. The city requests the full amount, and the appeal deadline was 11/21/21. No appeal was received. This is a citation.
City's request is granted.
The next case, also on page 41, case number CE 21040564, case address 1524 Coral Ridge Drive, owner Timothy Foreman, A. Foreman, and H.C. Foreman Grandchildren's Trust. Inspector Gail, Senior Inspector Gail Williams, first cited 4/20/21 to comply by 4/25/21. One section is complied at $200 a day with a total of $8,000 accrued. The city requests a full amount. The appeal deadline was 5/5/21 and no appeal was received. This is a citation.
The request is granted.
Also on page 41, case number CE 21040754, case address 4040 Galt Ocean Drive, number 505. Owner 4040 Galt Ocean Drive 505 LLC. Inspector Gail Williams, first cited 5/5/21 to comply by 5/10/21. One section is complied with at $200 a day with a total of $5,000 accrued. The city requests the full amount. The appeal deadline was 5/20/21. No appeal was received. This is a citation.
The city's request is granted.
The next case is on page 42. Case number CE 21100150, case address 2649 Northeast 27th Avenue. Owner Barry I. White and Valentina D'Alessio. Inspector Gail Williams. First cited 10/6/21 to comply by 10/7/21. One section is complied at $200 a day with a total of $1,000 accrued. The city requests the full amount. The appeal deadline was 10/21/21. No appeal was received. This is a citation.
The city's request is granted.
The next case is on page 44, case number CE 21050900, case address 1709 Southwest 5th Street, owner Michael Tierney, Inspector Gail Williams. First heard 9/30/21 to comply by 11/4/21. One section is complied at $50 a day with a total of $150 accrued, and the city requests the full amount.
The city's request is granted.
The city is requesting that pages 46 through 47 be entered into today's hearing as an exhibit to the city's complied, closed, withdrawn, and rescheduled cases.
Right.
And this is a conclusion of the special magistrate agenda for January 11, 2022.
All right.
Monique, you did a great job. Thank you. You're welcome.